And the timeline works if we route through the eastern corridor. Volume stays consistent, exposure stays minimal, and your people on the ground don't have to adjust their infrastructure. It's clean. Look, the margins are better than what you're running now. I've had my people model it 3 ways and they all come back. You know what, honey, you explain it a whole lot better than I do. Why don't you explain it to your father? Say that again. I want to be sure I heard you correctly. No. You don't talk to her like that. Not anymore. She's my wife. That means something where I come from. Look, you want to do business, you go through me. But you do not ever talk over her. Not at this table, and not anywhere. Yeah, I know. Your father's... Don't worry about it, sweetie. Why did I do that? Because he was wrong. Yeah, I know. I slapped your father in front of his men. I understand exactly what that means. Eat your food. It's getting cold. I'm not pretending like nothing happened. Something happened. Your father told you your voice doesn't matter at his table. And I made sure he knows it does at mine. Look, my father did the same thing to my mother once. At a table just like this. Men like these. Nobody said a word. I was 11. You were the only person in this room who had anything worth listening to. Don't ask about my mom. I told myself something that night. It doesn't matter what. Was this about you or about what? You really want to finish that sentence? Obviously it was about you. Look, I'm not good at explaining myself. You already know that. The hitting part I can do. The explaining part without it sounding like how I'm sounding right now, like I don't have it all put together. I'm not there yet. I will keep working on it. You want to know what I saw? I saw you say the smartest thing anyone said at this table in 3 hours. The coastal route is exposed. You were right. And your father shut you down because you're his daughter and not his son. That's why I hit him. Of course I listened, baby. What, you think I married a woman and don't pay attention when she talks? What kind of... Yes, I listened. And you were right. And he should have heard you. Thanks for fixing my tie, sweetie. Yeah, don't push it. Of course, you can ask me anything. I mean, you're going to anyway. May as well. Is this me just being better at the game than your father? Look, when your father came to me with this arrangement, I said yes because it was smart. You know that. I'm not gonna lie about how it started. But that was before I sat across from you for 6 months and I watched you be the smartest person in every room your father put you in. Before I heard you talk about the southern roots like you built them yourself. Before... Look, I don't cut my schedule for people, ever. But I cut it tonight. 3 times. Before we even got here. Does that answer your question? Good. Because I'm not saying it again. We should go before I say something else I didn't plan on. Don't start. No, I don't slap all my father-in-laws. It's not a Thanksgiving tradition. Look, your father had it coming and you know it. Besides, your father's got a glass jaw. I barely touched him. A light tap, okay? Call it a love tap even. Don't laugh. You're gonna encourage me. Be careful. Are you cold? You're gonna make me miss the exit if you hold on to me like that. You know I love it when you grab my forearm while I'm driving like this. It's hard to pay attention when you're... Anyway. For what it's worth, I'm glad you said what you said at the table about the coastal route. It was the right call. I'm not giving you a performance review. I'm giving you credit. Take it. Nobody's done what before? Assault your father? Yeah, well, I'm your husband. Of course I'm going to be hearing you and listening to you. Get used to it. We're almost home. We're here. So, are we planning on sleeping in the car, or... Right, you were just thinking. About what? Look, you're worried about tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow I make 3 phone calls. By noon, your father will have a version of tonight that makes it look like a misunderstanding between partners. A disagreement about logistics, not... Yeah, exactly, not his son-in-law hitting him in the mouth. And I didn't hit him in the mouth. By the time anyone hears about it, the story's already been shaped. His people won't move unless he tells them to. And he won't tell them to, because the Eastern Corridor deal is worth more than his pride. I've been doing this a really long time. Well, if I'm wrong, Then we have a different conversation. But not tonight. Come on, you're gonna freeze. Not soaked, I'm fine. Yeah, well, if my shirt is see-through, then stop looking. You're still staring. Gosh, what am I gonna do with you? You want some water? Something stronger? No. Water. You barely ate. And you've been running on adrenaline for the last 2 hours. Here, drink. I know exactly who I'm not. Drink the water. I'm almost happy. I'm getting there. Good job, baby. Your father's going to call you. Probably tomorrow. Maybe the day after. He'll say I disrespected him. He'll frame it as my temper. He'll ask you to talk sense into me. So what are you going to tell him? Oh, really? You're going to tell him I'm right? That's dangerous. God. Say that again. I liked hearing you say that. Yes, that part. If he wants to keep losing money because he can't listen to his own daughter, that's his business. But it won't be yours. You know what that means? If you say that to him. It means you're choosing a side. We chose a side 6 months ago. Look, I just want you to know. I'm going to be worth it. Whatever this costs you, I'm going to make it worth it. You should get some sleep. I'm aware my heart is beating. How can you hear that? Careful. I told you not to push it. Hey. The thing I said in the restaurant about cutting my schedule, I cut it 4 times, not 3. I miscounted. The 4th one was a meeting with your father this morning. Before any of this, he tried to renegotiate your involvement. Wanted to pull you off the Eastern Corridor entirely. Said you were, his word, overstepping. I told him no. And then I told him if you brought it up again, the next conversation wouldn't be about logistics. That's what tonight was. That's what was already in the room before we sat down. He wasn't angry about the route. He was angry because I chose you over the arrangement he thought he was getting. So when I say I listened to what you said tonight, I really need you to understand. I've been listening. Why didn't I tell you? Look, come on, you and I both know. You would have gone to him yourself, and he would have made you feel like you were the problem. I'm not gonna let that happen. I hear you. That wasn't my call to make. I know. I know that too. I should have told you. You're not fragile. I know. You're the furthest thing from fragile. I should have told you. And I promise I won't make that mistake again. Don't thank me. Everything you said was right. I just made sure you'd still be in the room to prove it. You should go to bed. I've probably got some calls to make. Different time zones, sweetie. It doesn't matter if it's midnight. 3 of the people I need are just waking up. Go upstairs? You want me to sit in the bedroom and talk about shipping routes while you sleep? You're serious? I slapped your father for you, so this is the least you can do? I mean, fine, but if I wake you up, my phone voice is not boring. My phone voice is actually quite professional. My goodness. She thinks I'm boring. Yeah, same thing. Phone voice me. You know what you meant. There's my wife. 4 inches shorter, but twice as dangerous. Okay, don't throw it at me. I believe you. Hello? Okay, give me 10 minutes. I'll keep it low. It's me. Yeah, I know what time it is. Listen, the Easter corridor. I need the secondary projections pulled by 6 a.m. your time. No, the original model's compromised. My wife flagged the coastal exposure. She's right. Run the numbers without it. Because she's smarter than both of us. Just do it. And one more thing. The meeting my father-in-law requested for Thursday. Cancel it. Reschedule through my wife's office. Anything related to the southern or eastern operations goes through her first. That's not a suggestion.